guessing we're not planning on closing out.
He's not going to be here. He was in New York when I talked to him like an hour and a half.
Well, and then my appointment.
So I would be really shocked if he was here. Okay. You have to wait.
Good. All right. It is 6 p.m. We've got our special Herriman City Safety Enforcement Area meeting to get going, and so the Planning Commission can have their regularly scheduled meeting.
Because I don't want to stay. I'm tired. Oh, sorry.
What was that?
What was that? Yes.
We've started.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to call this meeting to order.
I support.
I guess I should mention that we did not pick this day and time. There were only a handful of days and times the state allowed us to use, so this is one of them, so apologize to anybody who upset schedules, especially the Planning Commission. I know it interferes with their normal schedule. But if we could, we'll just go right ahead. Item 1.1, approval of the June 6, 2018 HCC meeting minutes.
I will make a motion to approve the minutes of the June 6, 2018 HCC meeting.
I'll second.
Motion and a second. Do you need a roll call on this, Jackie? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. The motion passes. We'll go to item 2, public hearing for truth in taxation. Public hearing to consider the rate of tax and levying taxes upon all real and personal property in Herriman. Alan Ray.
Well, this has been a long time coming. We've been talking about this for a long time, but as you know, when we left the Salt Lake Valley Law Enforcement Safety Area in January and created our own Herriman City Safety Enforcement Area, it became necessary that we levy a tax on the new district, as our residents will now no longer have the other tax. As was mentioned, this was one of 2 nights that was allowed to us by the county to actually hold this hearing. And the reason being is that there are, I believe, 14 entities in the county having truth in taxation hearings this year, and they didn't want ours to conflict with any of those and make someone have to choose between one or the other, so they assigned a day to us. That's why we're doing it tonight. Now, this will be really quick. You'll see that when we left Slovisa in December, the tax rate at that time on our residents was 0.0023. As you know how Utah taxes work, that rate goes up and down based on your assessed value. And so that rate's coming down right now because assessed values are going up. So we have worked with the county and with the state, and we've gone back and forth for months now on this number. And the tax rate that we need to assess to replace the income that was going to Slovisa is 0.002071. This will provide for us $5,249,842 towards Herriman Police. And in addition to that will be new growth, which is one of the areas that we've contested with the state for quite a while on. Their numbers are quite a bit lower than what we expect it to be. So, but this tax rate is one that matches exactly what they would have paid if we had stayed in Slovisa. So when they get their tax bill this year, they will see a line item for the Herriman City Safety Enforcement Area. They will no longer see Salt Lake Valley Law Enforcement Safety Area. So the change to our residents should be no change. Now, I will add, though, that there might be a little bit going up here and there if one house is raising in value more than others. And that's part of what we saw when we were comparing with Slovisa is much of the rest of the county, the value is growing faster than it is in Herriman because so many of our homes were built just recently and at the top of the market. So some of the older areas are seeing much greater appreciation in tax growth. And so that's, but Slovisa currently has a rate of 0.002033. but based on property values and so that forth, that is an equivalent value to what we're doing. We've been over and over this calculation, and so we need to set this tax rate, follow after a public hearing, and then we'll also be proposing or approving the tentative or the final budget for the HCC. We looked at all these numbers as part of our budget we passed on July 11th for the HPD budget and how it would be affected by HCC. So we can't officially approve a budget for HCC until we've set a tax rate. So as part of this, we'll have a public hearing for both the tax rate and for the budget, and then we'll ask you to consider approval of the resolution. Are there any questions?
Just be clear for those that are here or those that are watching, Alan, there's no tax increase. I've seen several rumors, especially from outside areas, asserting that Herriman is increasing taxes.
Well, you'll see that our official rate is actually lower this year than Slovisa was last year, but that should be offset by changes in assessed valuation. The residents should not see a change in their taxes.
Right, I know personally, mine did change a little bit, I think by like $25 or something like that, but it's exactly what you described. It's just because the valuation, how they valued my home has changed, and so it appears like it's an increase, but the percentage has not been increased.
Any questions? To open up to comment from the public. Do you have any public comment?
So just to make it clear, this is the public hearing portion of
Correct.
our meeting.
Yep.
So this is a public hearing, not a public comment.
Anyone?
Okay.
Motion to,
I'll make a motion to close the public hearing.
I'll second.
a motion is second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
So that closes the public hearing on this item. Any discussion amongst the council?
No, I guess just quickly, just kudos to everybody who was able to put this together and keep this in budget, and we obtained substantial more resource for the same amount of money, so thank you.
Entertain a motion?
I move is it item, are we acting on item 3.1?
Oh, sorry. I'm looking at the same thing. So as Alan said, now we'll move to discussion and consideration of a resolution adopting the final budget, making appropriations for support of the Herriman City Safety Enforcement Area for the fiscal year beginning July 1st, 2018 and ending June 30th, 2019, and determining the tax rate and levying taxes upon all real and personal property within Herriman City.
If there's no further input from staff, I'd be happy to make a motion. Okay. I move to approve resolution number R18-09, adopting the final budget, making appropriations for the support of the Herriman City Safety Enforcement Area for the period beginning July 1st, 2018 and ending June 30th, 2019, and determining the rate of the tax and levying taxes upon all real and personal property within the Herriman City Safety Enforcement Area.
A second.
A motion and a second. Call for vote. Nicole?
Yes.
Mayor?
Yes.
Sherry?
Yes.
And I'll vote yes. So item passes. Just a quick note, if I may take the liberty, there was a UPD board meeting this morning. Several things were discussed, but one thing that's always discussed is our imminent departure. For those that may be watching or will watch this later, we have still contracted for services through UPD through September 29th at 11:59 and 59 seconds. The official handover is midnight September 30th. So we're still have services through UPD until that time. All this is in preparation for that.
And I think I'd like to, if point of personal privilege, just mention the council's support for the Draper Fire Department as they deal with a tragic loss of one of their officers. And I think I speak for the whole council as we offer our support and condolences to the family of that officer and to the department and the city as a whole. And if there's anything that we're able to assist or help with, I know that we will be supportive of assisting them at this time of their loss.
And to our council member who is intimately involved in all of that. So thank him and his efforts and all of Draper, our staff, our emergency teams, etc. It's a difficult time for everybody. With that, I think we're done.
Okay, I'll move to adjourn.
Okay, I'll make a motion to adjourn the Herriman City Safety Enforcement Area meeting.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. We're adjourned.
Thank you for coming out and being part of the process. We appreciate you.